Welcome to the Toucan Talks podcast, where we bounce from topic to topic with our guests to give you an inside look at their life as a business owner. No question is off limits as we talk about what has led to the successes, the challenges, and more.
And this podcast is brought to you by Kickstart Studios. Kickstart Studios is Wilmington's newest video podcast studio. Equipped with multiple camera angles and an in-house producer, creating a high-quality video podcast has never been easier. Don't let the tech and gear learning curve hold you back from jumping into podcasting or created video content any longer. Our team takes care of it all for you so you can focus on the message you want to share. You simply show up, record, and receive the final product. No more wasting time setting it up and breaking down the gear, setting up lights, or doing sound checks on your own. Our in-house producer will have everything set up and ready to go for you. So check us out at Kickstart Studios.
Thank you for joining us on our fourth episode of Toucan Talks.
Yeah.
Today's guest is Becca McAbee. She is the owner of Booty Lab here in town, and they are a boutique strength training gym for women. So we're really excited to have you on.
Thank you.
And what we will do, just in case we have any new listeners, is explain how this lovely board works and how this podcast flows. Basically, you will take a coin.
Okay.
You can drop it anywhere on the board.
Okay.
If it lands on a 1, that is our lovely can of business questions.
Okay.
And I'm excited today with you to talk some about niching down and finding your target client and all that good stuff, because I know that's been an exciting journey for you.
It's a journey.
Yes, for sure. And then if the coin lands on a 2, that is our toucan, and that is just full of stuff.
Okay, so we're winging it.
We're winging it. There's
All right,
some
let's do this.
more personal questions. There's some truth and dare style questions.
All right.
It's really just it's what we call the party can.
Okay, cool. Love it.
So yeah, I'm excited to jump in. If there's anything, I don't know, you want to start out, you can tell us a little bit about you and Booty Lab. That'd be awesome.
Yes, a boutique for women in strength training. I feel like it's something that was needed in Wilmington. We did not have it. We do not have it. There's a lot of HIIT style training, but nothing based towards women in strength training. So that's kind of where that came about.
Awesome. Sweet.
Yep.
All right. Well, let's dive in. I don't think there's any other housekeeping related things we need to talk about.
Okay.
So let's do it.
All right. So
All right. You just.
don't let me hit this mic on accident.
Oh, yeah. Don't worry.
Okay. Just anywhere.
Anywhere.
All right, let's do this. Please let it stay on the board.
1. Okay.
All right, business it is.
Business. About the time it hits the seam, sometimes it just flies off. So
All right.
we'll watch out.
I'll be ready.
Okay. Who has taught you the most about your, we're going to say career, but you could go business or training or both.
Okay.
You can choose which way you want to go.
As much as it's hard for me to say. No, I'm just kidding. I always give my husband credit because, well, he wasn't my husband when I got into this field. He was my boyfriend. But he definitely helped me, like, smoothly transition from my career before, which was a special ed teacher, to now being a strength coach. So he just made that seamless entry into the field, which is not typical for most people. I mean, he did all the grind, and so people trusted him, and so they in turn trusted me, which I'm not sure they should have in the beginning. I think back to like the beginning times of when I was a trainer, and I'm like, eek. But yeah, definitely Chris got me into this field and kind of showed me, hey, this is like where you need to get your certifications. These are the things that are important. This is how you're going to be successful. So that's kind of where it started.
Nice.
There you go, Chris.
Shout out.
That's like, don't let that head get big.
There you go. No, that's awesome. And because y'all worked together for a while at the beginning too, before it was Booty Lab, right?
Yeah, it was Wilmington Performance Lab. That was like his business, his baby. And then I just basically was more in the background, like running things. And then he got taken to Live Oak Bank, which is amazing. And then I started running it, and I was like, yeah, this is not what I want to do.
Yeah.
So that's how Booty Lab kind of started behind the scenes. So,
cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think we'll have some questions probably to get into some of that
Okay.
transition.
Because I can keep going.
hey, if we don't hit them, we'll talk about it at the end, because I think it is exciting. And just from a business perspective too, is going from, here you had a business, it was working, but it wasn't what like you wanted to do.
Passion was not there. Yeah.
Having to eventually take that
Yeah.
leap and risk and change it.
I mean, that's business. You have to be you have to take risk in business. I mean, that's pretty much the name of the game, right? So
yeah, for sure. Cool. Let's see what happens. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I have a feeling I'm going to hit a lot of ones, but we'll see. Hey, 2. There you go. Let's get this party started.
Yeah, we did. The last one was with my dad, and I think all of his questions were business questions for the first maybe round and a half. Okay. This one is specifically for you and Booty Lab. So there tends to be a lot of trends over the years in terms of bodies and workouts and all that fun stuff. So if you had to coin what the current trend is, what would it be?
I mean,
and this can be what you believe or just what's floating on social medias.
I mean, there's so many different things. I do feel like it is in a good place right now as far as what's trending, because it's about body positivity. And that couldn't be, I mean, that's basically sums up a big part of my business in Booty Lab. Yeah. So that is like definitely trending as far as like mindset and mental health and all that, which I like love.
Yeah.
There's always going to be a mix of stuff, unfortunately, but that just comes with, social media, because anybody can say they're an expert in things and then, start trends and following stuff like that. So, but yeah, I'm definitely think it's positive body image is like the thing right now.
Good.
Is that more what you were going for?
Yeah, no, that's perfect. Yeah, no, I love it. I think, because I feel like over the years, sometimes it goes to extremes, but I feel like even if that's like I don't think that's an extreme, but it is like a good place to be, and it
really is. I mean, I'm loving it. I'm hoping we can stay there. I mean, it's always going to go, you're always going to have different stuff. I mean, it's a wild, wild west. I mean, it really is when it comes to fitness and training. So for me, it's just about honing in on like just letting people know that like it can be very individualized for them. And so it doesn't have to be this extreme big thing. So if that's what I can give to people, then I'm so happy to do that. So
I think that is cool too with what you guys have at Booty Lab, because it is very specific to like, what are your goals? What are you hoping to achieve? Because I think when I started there, I was like, I just want a set time to get out of my house and do something where there's not a kid hanging on to me.
Right.
And so like, obviously that grew, but I was like, initially just get me in here,
like doing
moving my
something.
Body, not distracted.
Yeah. You want a social, I mean, it turns into so many different things, because I feel like, I mean, every day I meet somebody for a different reason. It's like, I would say, everybody always assumes it's a weight loss thing, and it's not. I mean, I have like 50% of my people want to have weight loss goals, 50% of them want to gain weight. Yeah. It's like a mix. A lot of people want to do it for mental health and like make them feel like just proud of themselves and have more motivation. So it's like, there's so many different reasons now. So, and I love it, because I'm like, it doesn't have to be an aesthetic thing anymore, which is super cool. Yeah. So yeah,
that's awesome. Sweet. Thanks.
All right. Again?
Yeah.
All right. We're going to run out of these things.
So we'll do a few, a few drops of them.
All right. I'm going to go to this side. See what happens. Oh,
we'll start our counter with 1.
Okay.
Try again.
All right. Let's see. We'll stick to this side then. Maybe this is better for me.
Business.
Look, I love that one. Okay.
Let's see. Okay. How did you get into training and fitness?
Oh, okay.
Where did it begin?
I think like fitness always was like a part of my life, as far as like I was active. I was never good at sports. That wasn't the thing. I wanted to play sports, but it was cheerleading, I think, where it started for me, which, I mean, yes, that's a sport. To some people. Yeah. But yeah, so cheerleading probably started it for me. Cool. And then it just kind of grew from there. I think after high school, going into college, like I wanted to have that same, I had to work, so I couldn't, be on any of the college teams. And so I wanted to still have that sense of like, just like movement. Yeah. So then I started, believe it or not, you're going to laugh. what is the name of it? It's oh gosh, now I just forgot it. It was like circuit style training for women back in the day. Oh, was it called? I just missed the name of it. Oh my gosh.
Like the video one?
It was like you'd go, it was in person.
Oh.
And you go and did like, you literally went around in a circle and did like all these different movements. Yeah, I can't. It will come to me.
Yes, just blurt it out.
It will come to me when it comes to me. I literally had it on the tip of my tongue and I was like, I can't remember it. But yeah, so I did that with a girlfriend. That kind of got me started. And then I was like, okay, this is not enough. So then I started getting more into like my own strength training and stuff like that. So
cool.
That's kind of how it began.
How it began.
Yeah.
Love it. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
Curves. That's what it was.
Okay.
Isn't that what it was? Curves?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Google it. I'm not sure. I think that was the name of it. Okay.
All right. Let's see. Okay. Which do you dislike more? Long distance running or dance cardio?
I mean, I would have interrupted you before you even got to the second thing because I do not run. My body is not made to run unless somebody is chasing me.
That doesn't happen.
Yeah, no. You will not catch me. No.
No jogging?
No. It's not my thing. And I will not make you do it in Booty Lab. If you want to run, I will happily refer you to coaches that can take you through runs, but it's not going to be me.
Yes. That is fair. I used to love running. And then one day I was like, why? I don't know. I'm like, did I stop liking it or did I never like it and was just like lying to myself? I don't know.
I don't know what people talk about when they talk about like a runner's high. I'm like, I'm like,
I got a breath.
Maybe I haven't
hurting.
ran long enough to get to that point. Maybe like you have to really run
Yeah.
for like a long time,
Maybe.
or maybe you're just like completely exhausted that you feel like you're in this different world. I don't know, but
Maybe.
I have not had that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, does not exist. So no running for me. Do not come to Booty Lab to run.
Don't come to run.
We don't have treadmills.
No. You have the rowers.
We have the rowers.
And the
bikes.
Bikes, yes.
That's it. We do incorporate that, but
Yes.
not running.
No racing. I think that's a good thing. All right, let's see where this one lands.
All
and
right.
then we'll reload it or unload it.
I'm going to stay over here, but
Okay.
we'll see.
Oh.
I mean, I love that. Okay. I'm
one.
like hitting the same ones.
Yeah.
I forget. I'm like,
All right. Are you more productive in the morning or the afternoon or evening?
I mean, it's not the evening. I would say it depends. I mean, morning probably the most, because I consider myself a morning person. I think you have to be in this field because, I mean, when I first started, I was training people at like 5 and 5:30, which I will no longer do. Do not ask me.
Yeah, that's terrible.
My kid is my excuse. But yeah, I would say definitely mornings. But I mean, I also get sometimes like I feel like the morning is more like my business. Like you get down and get your business stuff in because it's like you're fresh. And then that after lunch, it's like afternoons. I tend to get like more of my entrepreneur side where I start like brainstorming and getting like fun ideas. So I don't know. It could be either or, I guess.
Just depends.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like, well, maybe that's probably a lot of people, but especially for you, you have like the business.
Yeah.
Then you have the client work.
Mm-hmm.
And then you also have employees and all that stuff you have to manage.
Yeah.
So you have all parts of running a business. And
It's interesting because I've had even friends of mine have asked me, like, when I tell them I work from home, they go, what do you mean you work from home? I always get that. And I'm like, they're like, oh, you do programming? I'm like, no, like any other business. There's a lot of things.
yeah, there's a lot of pieces.
People always assume because I'm a trainer that like, that's the only part of my job. And I'm like, no.
Yeah. Got to pay taxes. Got to run payroll. Got to do all the things. I know. Never ends. No, I'm just kidding. Cool. Well, we will keep going.
Okay, let's do it.
We'll
I'll
see how
probably
many-
keep going to the same location, but we'll see.
Hey,
I'll try.
mix it up.
I feel like when I go over there, it pops up. Really?
Ooh.
What? Okay. Is this the first time?
I think this happened one other time.
I'm like, do I get to keep pushing it?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, what are the rules, y'all? What are the rules?
No, we need to come up with something for if it gets stuck.
That's a good idea. You
should.
should have like a wild card or like maybe it's like we get to interview you.
Yeah, you get to
ask
ask
you
us
a
the next question.
We're like, we'll have our own little container.
Like you can bring like most embarrassing questions or
right?
something.
Like, let's do this.
We'll add it in. All right. What is your spiciest opinion that most people disagree with? And this doesn't have to be business. This can be life, business. It can be whatever you want.
Oh my gosh.
You got a
spiciest opinion.
Or controversial, random.
I mean, I feel like I'm spicy in general, so.
Just throwing out opinions all day.
I mean, I'm pretty. I mean, I don't know that this is an opinion, but I mean, I feel like I'm pretty like, I'm pretty straightforward,
Yeah.
you know, like what you see is what you get. I feel like I don't sugarcoat. I don't know that it's a spicy opinion, but that's just who I am.
Spicy
I'm not
characteristics.
I don't feel it necessarily. I don't know. I feel like it's not necessary to like please everyone.
Yeah.
So like for me, I'm always kind to people and to everyone. I mean, but like not everybody's meant to get along, and that's okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I
don't need to be a people pleaser.
Yeah.
So maybe that's it.
Yeah.
Everybody doesn't have to like me, and I'm okay with that.
That's great. Just good life advice for all of our listeners.
Maybe that went a different way than you wanted it to. But that's all I got.
No, that's okay. I started talking about the moon landing, and by the end, I like changed my mind. So
You're like,
so I was like,
where did the moon come from?
I don't know.
That was like your first thought with that? I couldn't even go there. I mean,
no, that was my first thought. And then Luke was like, said something, and I was like, well, I haven't really researched it. I just think 10 years ago I made an opinion and just stuck with it.
And that's it.
And then we rolled with it. And then I was like, you know what? Some of these people that potentially walked on the moon are still alive. And then I felt bad because I am a people pleaser and I'm never going to meet these people. But I was like, I don't want to discredit their greatest accomplishment. And like, whatever they did, you know?
See, I would be like,
sorry, movie magic. Y'all did not walk on the moon.
This is how I feel. Whatever.
Yeah, you know, it takes a turn. Ooh, we can
all right.
move on from that one. I'm just kidding.
All right. I may have to. All right, let's do it. Get stuck again. Oh, no. Boom.
That one landed right in my lap.
I mean, how many?
I think I had 3 that flew off. So
maybe this is not distributed well. Oh gosh, what if I knocked the whole thing? Oh my God, that would be like horrible. Okay,
that would be
one
hilarious. Okay, what is the best business advice you've received?
I've been given a lot of business advice. The one that sticks mostly to me is about boundaries. About setting boundaries for yourself and your business. And that like literally has stuck with me because in the fitness industry, I mean, if you're not open 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, people think that you can't be successful and have a business in the fitness, industry. Like even when I told my husband, when we shut down and closed the other business and I opened Booty Lab and I told him I wasn't going to be open on Saturdays, he thought I was crazy. And I was like, no, this is what I'm going to do. So like boundaries are really important because, I've been so accessible to people and clients to the point where it's like you burn yourself out and run yourself ragged. And I think that's what I did in our first business. And so for me, like I really took all the things that I felt like that I did wrong or we did wrong in that first one. I mean, it was a successful business, but like I just wasn't happy. So I just kind of made sure that I set those boundaries and also taught my team that because that is like so important because, they're coming into an industry where they want to grind and these are like young people. Yeah. So I'm like always encouraging them. Like, if you get something from me, do not respond to me after this time. Yeah. Like, I'm not offended. Yeah. Like, so that has been like a really big thing that has, I feel like made, this business so much better as far as like how I feel about it. So yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's important too, because if you're not happy, then like you don't want to invest your time and energy into the business. So ultimately that's going to benefit the clients and everything. So,
and I can't expect to like burn myself out and just like do all the things and then turn around and tell my clients and my team not to do
Yeah.
it. It just, I have to lead by example.
Yeah.
And so for me, that's like really important for longevity, even for people that like, everybody's not going to stay with me forever. So I hope that they can take that with them. So that's my goal anyway.
That's cool. I love it.
Yeah.
All righty.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
Number 2.
Number 2.
Okay.
This question's so dumb.
Okay.
I think
You're like, this is not one I wanted to put in there, but
No,
Luke
it's
was
funny.
like, put this in there.
I think I actually did put this one in there, and I think everyone's gotten it. What is your favorite thing that comes out of a can?
Oh gosh.
Just, got to make it relevant.
I mean, me and cans don't really get along. I don't know. I don't do a lot of can things.
Yeah. No, that's fair. I think I got this question. I was like, I don't know.
I'm like trying to think of anything I use. I mean, like I don't even really do canned like vegetables. I mean, some canned fruits for Micah.
Yeah. I think LaCroix has been a popular answer.
Ooh.
Some people went that direction.
Oh, you're taking me. Okay,
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
If
Any
we're going to
can.
go
I mean,
to
I don't know if your coffee
the
comes out of a can.
ABC store.
Yeah. If it's coming out of a canned wine, I don't know.
Now, those cans are great.
Yes.
The tequila and soda drinks you can have
Yes.
on the boats.
Yes.
So those are great. Those are the only cans I like.
Perfect. Hey, that's
we
an
go.
answer. Yeah, we got there. I know. I was thinking about it because when I wrote these questions, I wasn't really thinking about me having to answer them. So then when we did the first episode, I was like, oh crap, I don't know these answers.
But that's okay.
And I was saying like canned coconut milk, maybe. I was like, I don't know. But yes,
It can go a lot of ways. I like it.
Can. Yep.
Okay, now I know I do like a can.
A canned thing. Yes. All right.
Back to business.
Back to business. All right. So, how has narrowing down your ideal client impacted your business?
A lot.
Yeah. How has it changed everything?
Yeah, really. Well, how long do you have?
I think we got 20 minutes.
I need an hour.
Okay. We'll just start from the beginning.
I mean, it's been everything. I feel like it's like when you're starting a business and people, well, like you and I, when we were going through stuff, like when, Booty Lab became an entity and was deciding to like create it, it was like all these questions, like, everybody says you have to create this avatar and go through this stuff. And you're like, huh? But honestly, the more it took a few times. And I think the avatar, like the idea of the client changed so much until you finally get it down to like this really simple concept to where, because I feel like if you don't get down to that, there's just too many different directions you can go. And I know you're probably thinking about conversations that we have had where I would be like, we need to do this or we need to do that. There'd be like emails and talks and I would have like all these ideas, but it was because I didn't, I was still trying to like, even when Booty Lab started, I was still kind of figuring out that like that specific niche. I knew it was women. Yeah. I knew it was strength training, but like, I didn't know outside of that what it, you know what I mean? What it looked like. Yeah. So it has been
because I think
invaluable. I mean, it really has.
Because I think you were my first like real freelance.
Yeah, because you were in the
client.
road.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, because I had done like side jobs when I had my real job at the time. But yeah, and that was, because that target client was someone who was looking for more of like an online program. Like it was like
that
women
was
in strength training. Yeah, that was like.
That was before I knew.
0.01.
Yeah, because I still had my old business. Yeah. And so that, because I was needing passion and I was like, that's where Booty Lab started. So that's when I started doing that with you. Yeah. Because actually that started in 2017. Yep. Actually, the studio Booty Lab didn't open until 2019. So that took 2 years.
Yeah, you're right.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So by 2019, I had it, mostly figured out.
Yeah. No, we went through the whole target client, whatever process. I feel like It's so worth it and it's so good. It's just like
Yeah.
getting started on like, I'm going to sit down and figure out who this person is, which we do this with clients all the time. But when I do it for myself, I'm like, I hate this process.
It is hard.
But we're trying to figure it out. And it's like, okay. And I think this is probably, I would imagine similar for you, but for people who like already have a business was taking like, okay, who are like 3 clients who like were as close to perfect of clients as you can get. And then like, what about them and for our case, like their project, like made that
right.
And then like narrowing it down from there.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like startups, it's probably a little bit different because you have to almost create that person from scratch, but
yeah,
I don't know.
But I think unless you just have like, I don't know, I feel like it's just hard to do initially. And I feel like I feel like it has to change though, because like marketing changes all the time.
Yeah.
Like you have to keep up with stuff. So I feel like the basis of your avatar may be the same, or that client, I keep saying avatar, but that client, but like, but you do have to be able to move that around because I mean,
businesses change.
Yeah, like
people
time
change.
has changed. Like, because
I
I've worked with different business coaches like throughout my career because I think that's important. Like, because I don't have a business background, and so it was like helpful to me to have like a fitness business coach or whatever. But like, just figuring out. I mean, I've worked with coaches. It's just laughable because like I've worked with like bro coaches where they're like, where they have this like mentality of like the way they do things. And again, like how times have changed. Like it used to be about weight, everything. Like for whatever reason, every time I talk to a guy in the fitness industry, they always think women want to lose weight. And I'm like,
nah, man.
You can't assume that.
Yeah.
Like, and making that assumption is wrong and also insulting.
Yeah.
It's like asking somebody how much they weigh.
Right.
So, but yeah, like it's just been interesting to see now where I'm at, and my coach is amazing and we're on the same page. But it's just funny to watch like how all that has changed so much.
Yeah, for sure. Cool. All right, let's see.
Going again?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Yeah.
Oh,
Let's do it.
okay. What's your favorite glute exercise? Booty lab.
I mean, I'm supposed to say like the hip thrust, and I do like the hip thrust, but I go through times when I like don't want to do a barbell hip thrust anymore. I mean, there's so many different variations of them. So like, I do like a single leg hip thrust. People are probably gonna laugh at that. Like, especially my clients, they hate a single leg. But like, for whatever, I'm really strong at those.
Yeah.
I was not when I first started them. But if I don't know, I would probably go more deadlift, to be honest.
Okay.
I mean, deadlift, it's posterior chain. So you're getting like your back, your glutes, your hamstring. There's no like, there's some banded exercises you can do that are just glute specific, but most strength training movements, you're going to hit multiple. I mean, that's what's so great about it.
Yeah. You're not just running aimlessly.
Yeah. Right. But I love a deadlift. Deadlifts have always been my thing. So
that's perfect.
Yeah.
Love it. All right. Let's see. I'm going to time check us. Oh, we got time. We can go through one more round.
Okay.
We should also.
See, time's fun.
Flies when you have fun. We need to get like a clock or something.
Yeah.
Not that I mind. I don't. We're casual enough. We can check.
You're
our
like,
phones,
you can check your phone. It doesn't matter. And then you can like have the camera like fade out to your.
Yes.
We're out of time.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. How did you go about narrowing down your target market, target client?
Because I had worked with I'm going to try to say this in the nicest way I can.
I'll give you the same disclaimer I gave my dad. We're on the internet.
So basically, I worked with different clientele that I didn't enjoy.
Yeah, that's fair.
And so that's how I figured out what my niche was. And it wasn't, I don't mean it in like a male-female perspective. Like, actually, I still have my one male client to this day that will not leave me. I've had him for 10 years. We do one-on-one training.
That's
Everybody
awesome.
laughs at him. But anyway, he's great. But anyway, yeah, it was just more of like, I guess it came down to like wanting to be able to provide to all different like ages.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to put a cap on that. And then also like financial backgrounds, because with personal training, when I did that, it was like only a certain like, I mean, it's not cheap.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just not cheap, personal training. And for a reason. I mean,
Right.
it's there because it needs to be there. But I just wanted to be able to give the same quality at a cheaper, still not cheap, but cheaper cost.
Yeah,
and
cheaper
that's
than
kind of
personal training.
how,
Yeah.
I mean, it was about who I wanted to like cater to. And that's kind of how that helped me figure out that niche.
Yeah.
Because I love personal training, but I didn't necessarily want to do one-on-one anymore. I wanted something different. So
yeah,
that's how that came.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess we could have talked a little bit about, we can do it now, Booty Lab and how like it is structured. Because I think for people that don't know, it is small group training.
Yeah.
Which is six people in a
Mm-hmm.
class. So you still get, I guess I could let you talk about this.
No, yeah, you're doing great.
It's awesome. You should definitely do it.
You did it.
You still get one-on-one attention.
You did.
But it is a little bit obviously cheaper than personal training.
Yeah.
And I think like the group environment is super fun too, because you have accountability and you like, I don't know.
I think that's the community part that I feel like the one-on-one is missing. Because I had a relationship with people and they were like family. I still talk to some of my old clients, but like the community part is like really fun. And we do a lot of like, you know, meetups and, you know, going out and doing stuff. But like the 6-person was important because first of all, that is what I mean, some people think small group is 4, not 6, and that's fine. But for me, 6 was like the perfect amount where it felt like there were more people in there, but not too much where you felt like you were overlooked.
Yeah.
And also it was safe to me as far as a coach could handle 6 because like, you know, I always tell our coaches like focus on 3 in main lists and put the other 3 on something they're not going to hurt themselves with. You know, like it was always about keeping our clients safe. So that's where the 6 kind of came in. And then, I mean, and it has even more since you've been there, but like, you know, the individuality of it, like we really do take that seriously because I want people to feel like, yeah, we have a program, but it can all be modified. Like we have our injury list, we have like, there's always going to be something that comes up. So for me, it was like important that we could cater to, you know, beginners, advanced people, and everybody could be in the same class and still feel like they got what they needed out of that. So that's kind of like how that all came to be. But I mean, and the 6 works good. We're getting to the point now we're having like double classes. So that's the fun part. We have like 2 coaches, 6 people still separate, but the same concept. So that's been really cool to watch that part grow too. Cool. Yeah.
That's awesome. Love it. There you go. Man,
I mean, I love that spot.
That is your spot. We got a few more in here.
I'm like, are we running out of business?
I know. Okay. Was there a specific, well, I guess we kind of already talked about this, but was there a specific turning point or moment where you realized you should niche down? Or maybe we can go from like when Booty Lab Studio, that side of it was like
when I decided to do that.
Yeah.
Honestly, I have to give my husband credit here again. It was Chris because like he saw me putting a lot of emphasis every time I talked about like the concept of Booty Lab and the Booty Lab things. He just saw me light up.
Yeah.
And he just kind of one day was like, why are you still doing WPL? And I was like, well, I mean, because it's like your business. You started and like I was running it, but he had nothing to do with it anymore. I mean, I was doing it all. And so he was like, well, I don't care. He was like, why don't you do your own thing and start Booty Lab? And I was like, you're okay with that?
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah. And so, I mean, the fact that he like because Wilmington Force, I was doing okay.
Yeah.
I mean, and so for me to like basically, I mean, we had a lot of milk. I mean, I started over.
Yeah.
I mean, we real started over.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how that came to be. He was the one, because I think I was just I don't know. I just felt like I had to keep going for him. So once he gave me the okay, like, I don't care. You don't have to do this anymore, because he wasn't a part of it.
Yeah.
It was his like baby and his business, but he was out of it.
Yeah.
So that was when I was like, okay.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. I'm going in. So
That's
we
awesome.
did. I did. Well, not we. I did.
You did.
He supported me
He
though.
supported,
So
yes.
it is a we,
Yes.
because he definitely did.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right. Let's see. See where we go. We only have one business question left. So
All right.
We'll see.
Let's watch it be.
There
Okay.
you go.
There we go.
All right.
Don't we give me a can one? No, just
Got
kidding.
you one. What you want out of a can?
What you want out of this can?
All right. This one is a dare.
Oh gosh. Okay.
All right. So we have to switch phones and post something on each other's Instagram stories.
Oh my God.
So
okay.
we can do both your personal and your business. They're both business. I have a personal Instagram and a business Instagram.
I was like, mine are basically both.
Yours
business.
are both business, so you can pick. I'll give you our business one to even it out.
I'll let you do it on mine.
Okay.
Sure. Go for it.
I don't know if you watched the one with Sam and Luke for mess hall. Okay. We're not doing that. That one involved.
Oh my God, I'm scared.
Hairy man nipples.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah, it's
That's
terrible.
the post?
And
Okay.
we,
No, I don't have that.
we
in me.
recorded that one.
Okay.
Let's see.
I'm just we have to do it on a post.
Or just a story. Sorry.
Okay.
A story.
I
Yeah,
was
so
like,
it'll go
you want me to
away.
do a full post?
No,
I
that's
was
too
like,
much work.
okay.
Just a story. Okay. Here, we'll make this easy.
Okay. Oh, I was gonna do like a full video. I was ready.
Oh, you can do whatever your heart
but
desires.
I need like a good filter.
Yeah, you can filter it.
Higher. Hi. Hold on. Let me redo that. Just kidding. It messed up. I'm not used to your phone. Your phone is so small.
You're just so big.
I'm like, yours is so small. It feels weird to do. Okay. Oh, maybe I'll just get you.
Behind the scenes.
Oh, hey.
He didn't even know. I was like,
I thought you were talking
hi. There you go.
I kept switching between cameras to try to like see your guys' phone.
Oh.
Okay.
All right.
There you go.
Okay.
Done.
Done and done.
I mean, I could have got weird with it, but I didn't.
Yeah.
Not that weird.
Sam and Luke got
no.
really weird, and they recorded
Why do
that
they
episode.
always go there?
I
Like,
don't know.
why?
They've known each other for too long, and they recorded that episode, 3 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago? So there's just a picture of Sam's hairy nipple with a smiley face on it on Luke's story.
Stop it.
Like,
Nothing.
no context, no nothing. And one of Luke's sisters was like, is Luke okay? And I was like, yeah, everything's fine. We're good. It's not even him.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
So yes, that one has the potential to go haywire. All right.
Oh,
Two.
because we were out of business, right?
Making up for lost time.
Yep.
All right. Where is your favorite Wilmington place for, let's go with food.
Whew. I would probably say Savora's. Is that the way you pronounce it?
Yeah.
Savora's?
I
Okay.
say Savora's.
Okay. Yeah. That is definitely like the spot to me.
Yeah.
I feel like it is good every time I go in there. I always get the specials. They just know how to do it.
It's never been bad. Like, it never even like a slight miss. It's always like so good.
I mean, I'll go to Ceviche's because it's more convenient
Yeah.
sometimes, but I like Savora's better.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Not sorry.
I'll just whisper. Yeah. Yes. Love it. Savora's is great. All right.
We have good food here, though.
We do.
For a small, I feel
Yeah.
like a small town city.
Yes.
Like, I feel like we don't have like out a ton of choice. Like if you go to Atlanta, like my sister lives there, there's so many different options. But she said you'll basically, I mean, it's like you pay expensive money for everything, but not everything is great. Here, you at least know like where the main spots are, you know?
We do. Our last one. All right. Well, we can
cool.
do this last one, and then we have a few closing questions, and we can wrap it up.
Cool.
What has been your biggest challenge as a business owner? That's a depressing one to end on.
Biggest challenge. Ooh.
It doesn't have to be bad. I guess it doesn't have to be like a bad question. It's a
I would
growing
probably
question.
say not anymore. So it's a positive thing now.
Good.
I would say delegating was like the biggest challenge for me because you want to do everything yourself because like when you're a small business, you can't afford to hire people. So you have to do everything. So then it's like giving those tasks away.
Yeah.
And then, you know, like, then you're like, I'm supposed to be busy 24/7 all the time. And now I feel like I'm not being like productive.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was like definitely the hardest, but now I delegate very well.
That's awesome.
So it's good now.
What got you there? Like, what were you like, okay, I can delegate and trust and do this?
Honestly, getting pregnant.
Yeah.
It changed my perspective because I don't want to call myself a workaholic, but I enjoy working and my husband Chris is the same way. And so we both would work like crazy hours. And so once I got pregnant, I knew that I needed to change things. So the moment I got pregnant, I started changing things. And it took me a year to get there. Yeah. So by the time Micah was born, that's when I had it. I mean, I had it all down. Yeah. So like, I mean, it took that much time, you know? So that really just kind of jolted my life and said, listen, you gotta, if you want to make time, you know, like if you want to have this family, then you gotta make some changes.
Gotta figure it out. I know. Yeah. Both time. Yeah. With Huck, telemarketing's calling. Let them join in the fun. That's when I hired Alyssa like part-time at the time. She was still in school, but like as an intern, because I was like, I can't do this.
I love Alyssa too.
I know.
She's like she's so great.
But yeah, I was like, there's no way. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna be sleeping. And then we added on Allison. Well, she had done some work for us before, but then when I was pregnant with Hazel, well, not pregnant, about to have Hazel, it's like, well, we're gonna need some help because Alyssa's gonna have to do my job and her job for a little bit. And
she was like,
that's rude.
She was like, what?
Actually,
I just got married.
No, I think I was after talking to you because you're like, so what are you gonna do? And I was like, I don't know. And you're like, no, you have to get more help. And I was like, yeah, you.
Yep.
So, there you go.
There you go. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yay.
Full circle. But yeah. No,
happy to help.
Yeah, it was needed. But yeah, I mean, it's real. I don't know if it's like balance. I was talking to someone the other day. It was like, I feel like there is a certain amount of balance, but it's like when they're getting like doing really killing at the parenting thing. Yeah. Sometimes the business is like second place for a few weeks and then killing it at the business. Sometimes, I don't want to say the kids are second place, but just like the attention and energy you have in the day-to-day interactions.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like, declines a little bit. So it's like I don't know.
It's a juggling
That's
balance.
where I'm at.
Yeah. I mean, is everything always balanced?
No.
I don't think that exists really, but you know, you do your best.
Yeah. Cool. Well, thank you again for coming in. This was so fun.
This went by fast.
It did. And I can
talk forever.
Let's do it.
He's like, do not talk forever. I have things to do.
Yeah. Josh is just going to like end the recording and walk out.
And like, why are y'all still talking?
But yeah, I know. Before we started, I was like, I don't think I've seen you since we moved back to what maybe we like, I don't know. I truly don't know. I know we've talked a lot, but
I mean, I think we both blacked out. I'm not really sure. Yeah, we may have.
The past year of my life has been a blur. So
I know about you though, because Emily keeps me informed.
Yes, that helps. So, I have like 3 kind of standard closing questions, so we can do those. Cool. What can people expect from you next? Do you have anything you want to share, or is it a stay tuned situation?
I mean, there's a stay tuned and yes. Okay. I mean, it's like, always expect more from me. Yeah. I don't want to say I'm never going to be satisfied, but like for me,
you're not going to be stagnant.
No, like I want to grow, and the more people I can help, and that you have to grow with that.
Yeah.
You can't get the word out and, do what I want to do and help women and stuff if you're not growing. So definitely talking about a second location,
Okay.
not in Wilmington.
Ooh,
Okay.
that's exciting.
Yes. So that's definitely this time next year is the plan.
Cool.
And then, there's no limit. I mean, you know me, I've dabbled in all sorts of things. It's just a matter of like honing in on each area. So I definitely am not, there's so many different things with marketing and stuff that I'm actually excited about and doing things and I'm learning thanks to you. So yeah, I'm open to growth everywhere. So
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we'll skip to the third one. In that case, since there is more to come, what's the best way for people to get in touch with you, follow you, all the good things?
I mean, that is easy because now you can get a hold of me in any way and
anywhere.
And you ready? Because this is the really sad part is that I don't know my work number. Do not judge me.
No, that's fair.
I had the same number forever when it was my old business and to this, and then we switched it. But okay, so get ready. It is 910-218-9408. You can text me.
What?
So it's great because, and that will be me or mostly Ellie, but that's the best way to get in touch with us because, that way we can, connect with whatever you want to do. So we are available, but we do set boundaries. So if it's after 6, you will get that notice.
And you can hear from them the next morning.
No,
that's good. And I know, cause when you guys were talking about setting up like the texting thing, I feel like it kind of goes back again to like knowing your target client of like, this is going to be the fastest and easiest way. Like, I don't want to like pick up and have a phone call most of the time.
Nope. So our phone does not ring.
Yeah.
We do not have a phone that rings.
Yeah.
So that is amazing because that's what my old business had and I hated it.
Yeah.
So this is where we're at.
Perfect. I love it. Okay, cool. And then what is one final thought you'd want to leave our listeners with? This can be from business perspective, from training, life, whatever.
I guess it could go either way, but like for me, I always tell people don't get complacent. Like when you feel like, especially in business, because whenever you feel like things are going smoothly, I'm like, just right. Something's about to happen. I'm like, I never get like just content, like, oh, everything's going so great. And I'm like, Rebecca, why did you say that? Something's going to switch out, whether it be like something new in marketing, something you need to switch over, changing out team members. I mean, there's always something. So just, if you're in business, you need to just you have to go with the flow. You can't be like just stern about the way you want to do things. Yeah. So that could work in life too, I guess.
Yeah, that's true. No, that is great advice.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. Thanks for coming in. We'll put website, Instagrams, all that good stuff in the show notes so people can find you guys super easy.
You. This was fun.
I know.
It's hot in here, but
my gosh, it's hot.
Other than, like I'm clammy,
which
I'm not used to being.
No,
I'm just kidding, but it's great.
So yes, for future guests, it is hot.
How are
here.
you in a sweater?
I'm sweating in my sweater. So we'll end you guys with that. I hope your AC is on. Awesome. Well, thanks. It was so good to catch up and chat business with you.
Yeah, this was great.
Cool.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks.